Hi everyone. This is a quick update to my shop. I just want to show some of the modifications that we made for better organization. My friend Brian, who was in the VW Part 1 video, helped me do all this stuff. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration for your own shop. So the first thing we did in the back here is we added a loft. And so I'm able to store large items up there like the gas tank we removed in Part 1. And also I've got some Vanagon seats that are going to go in the bus. Then updated the lighting. I've got some nice LED shop lights there, and they're all wired to a switch, as well as I added this outlet in the back here. So that's all cleaned up. I reorganized my tool drawers and all that, and my shelves. The other thing we added was a full-length upper shelf along the entire wall there. And I reorganized all the VW parts into the buckets here. So now my basement's finally, I'm able to walk in my basement now, and that stuff's all organized and labeled for me to use. You'll notice underneath that, on the other side here, we've added more LED shop lights, more hangers. I did this thing here, my Air Tools hanger. I think this is pretty cool. I saw this in a shop recently, and I thought I would do that. Basically, I just took a piece of plywood and hung it here, and then took some 1/2-inch fine threaded bolts and bolted on just a bunch of, the cheapest female couplers, air couplers I can find onto it. And so the Air Tools can all hang here, and I can just, grab and just put it right back in, and that keeps them organized. I reorganized my corner shelf here by cleaning fluids and rivets and other things. Got a mobile tool little dolly that I can bring out. My welder goes here now. I moved my bench grinder. It's another video I did on building that bench grinder from a satellite dish mount. I moved that over to this side. And there's my abrasives and blasting stuff. And then we built this workbench, and I cladded the top of that with a piece of sheet metal. Actually, it's the same sheet metal. I had some extra of these shelves here so that I could do cleaning of oily, disgusting parts without having it soak into the plywood, as well as maybe do some welding on it. Added sorry for the lighting here, added an anvil. This is a Harbor Freight anvil that's been polished and sculpted to, because they come out just with this rough, it looks like they cast them in the ground or something. So safety stuff is hanging here, earmuffs, eyeglasses, markers, tape measures, some more electrical, and then another tool bench here. That's going to be all my welding and body work stuff, and this is going to have like automotive stuff like brake parts and all that, as well as like just supplies, gloves, towels, things like that. Harbor Freight tumbler for parts, and jack stands, other things like that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Finally, I'm a little bit more organized here. Another thing, I wanted to get a hose reel, and in my video where I did the air compressor, I terminated, or I put a cap on this copper pipe right here. Well, you can see I removed that cap, and it's kind of hard to see because it's all black right here. I burnt the wall just re-sweating on this new fitting. But basically what this is a 1/2-inch to female threaded fitting with a brass 1/2-inch to 1/4-inch reducer bushing, and then a barbed fitting, and then an old hose that I had, I ran that across, and now I have a 50-foot reel on the other side of my shop. So that was very helpful. If you're wondering what this black is, this is actually like shrink tubing. So I put double hose clamps on this. It was obviously 1/4-inch to a barbed 3/8-inch hose fitting with hose clamps. And then the reason I shrunk wrap it is because these hose clamps tend to just rust and give out. So by shrink wrapping it, it will, hopefully prevent it from rusting, and the hose clamps will last a little bit longer. But yeah. So now I have air on this side and I have air with a retractable hose reel on this side.